we wouldn't have come back, but I love it. Okay, so we've had a lot of stuff going on. We just got off a call with Ryan. I posted in our Relo the link, right? The Friday call.
What next? ReloWhatNext.com. And when you guys sign up or you get someone signed up, get them on that webinar, because they're going to go through all the steps of how to get the MLS number, so that and how to do your classes, and put you through how to set up the meeting with Sharika, all the things you need to do to get licensed. And Ryan was saying it's a 10 to 15 minute and then a Q&A, but it makes a world of difference when you know what to expect.
Yes.
You get thrown into getting your NMLS, and the sad part is, as a realtor, it's you gotta go to school champions, whatever you do to go. For a loan officer, if you can't pass to get your NMLS number, we don't want to hire you, but we can't do that.
Well, it's easy, because all you do is you take the 20-hour online course.
I know,
and then you take the CRAM course. The key is to take the separate CRAM course that's separate from mortgage educators. And that's what gets you educated. And that's how you pass the exam. You're not going to get the content to pass the exam on mortgage educators. Mortgage educators is just going to get you through the course to get you that 20-hour credit. That separate CRAM course that's also listed here. And if you need it and you go to files, it'll actually, if you do a search, and I can actually put it in the comments below that link. But I love that the Fridays at 10:30 a.m. every week, they're going to offer that live, and it's about 9 to 15 minutes. So it's not very long. And then there's a Q&A afterwards. And then on Mondays, I think Ryan said he's going to send me an email, and then we'll,
there'll be a recap of the meeting.
And that'll be really good. And then every so often, they're going to have a conversation, and it goes all the way to getting hired, making your one-on-one appointment with Sharika, so that you can go through the hiring process. Because for some people, it's really easy. For others, it's a lot of little steps. I have a transaction coordinator in my real estate business because I don't love all the little bitty steps. So the little bitty steps, tedious things, kind of like, get to me. So it's nice to have somebody there to hold my hand to make sure that it gets done. So that's been really nice. And I love that AmeriFirst is really getting very efficient with that. I also love that we closed a deal a couple of days ago.
Yes,
and
you closed the
you're
deal,
paying
and
me.
you're getting paid.
Chris is getting paid.
Yes, he's getting paid as well. I mean,
on this one, and he's about to get paid on another one.
Yes.
On another one.
He's got two. So Chris, Sonia, hey, shout out to you. Thank you for helping my business grow. I am so happy I get to pay 2 or 3 agents this month, because that's that synergy, that's that bond starting to happen. And man, it makes me feel really good inside. It really does, because we know it works,
And we know it works. And what's really cool is Ryan.
So I'm going to call Juan and say, I'm paying you, so now there's no excuse that you can't get a plane ticket. Oh, no.
Well, we have that 16-plex he wants to buy first, so that's reasonable. So the Ryan was talking about how your numbers in your office are growing, and a lot of people's, and we're seeing this across the board for the people who are actually taking advantage of the Relo program, right? The loan officers that are doing that. And the realtors are actually sending their loan officers business even before they get licensed to try out the program, which is really, your numbers are really, really growing because of that. And that's really cool.
Every month we're closing anywhere from 4 to 5 transactions a month that we normally wouldn't have gotten if it wasn't for Relo. So when you look at that number, that's probably $1 million, $1.5 million coming in that normally wasn't there. Now, the exciting part is those agents are finally now starting to get licensed, and I can start paying them. And I'm so excited. I mean, I had an agent yesterday that joined Relo that got licensed in Oklahoma. He's getting licensed in Florida. He's getting licensed in Alabama and Texas. He's already done everything, but he knows it takes a couple of months. And I go, why did you pick all those states? He said, well, Oklahoma is where I'm from, and I have a lot of family, and I want to be able to take care of them and get them refinanced. Right. Because I just want to take care of them. He goes, Florida, he goes, my sister's there, and she's also a real estate agent, and she said she'd send me the business. And I said, what about Alabama? He goes, I got another sister there too. And I'm like, wow, that's so exciting. So he goes, and I'm going to start recruiting agents for my Relo team. And I'm like,
That's the way that's the way to grow. And it's a win-win, right? So I
Yep.
visited with somebody, I visited with somebody, it turns out we had somebody in New Mexico. New Mexico has a 50-mile radius thing. So I was like, they were like, oh no. I said, oh yay. What you're telling me is we have an agent, an orphan agent that needs loan officers. I made 10 calls. I have somebody on the call for Thursday. He's heard of the growth of EXP. He's heard the growth of how this model will grow. He believes in this model. He never knew that it was in the mortgage industry. And he's excited that this could possibly be in the mortgage industry, in the mortgage space. So he'll be there on the call on Thursday because, and that way our agent will have a loan officer, right? That's our intention there in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So if you guys know any loan officers in Las Cruces, Mexico, we are looking to partner this realtor with a loan officer in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So I just went to Google and Googled loan officers, and I talked to 2 and invited 2. So we'll see how that works out. And I recommend you do the same because we need this to happen for her.
There you go. That's exciting.
Yeah. And I know you talked to somebody yesterday who's a loan officer. That's amazing energy. And I'm super excited, about
her.
Yeah.
I got to figure out some things for her, but I'm so excited. I sent her a text. She's excited. I'm very excited. And right now, this week, believe it or not, I can't mention names. I have a team at corporate with a guy his team does $110 million a year in production.
That's fantastic.
And he has a huge following with the city he's from and all the agents. It's just funny because the reason why I ended up meeting him is because all the agents, he's always wanted to be able to help his agents. And when he saw Relo, he's like, finally something that I can do to help my agents.
Yeah.
And he's always been an outspoken teacher and he likes teaching and doing a lot of things for his agents. And he's like, he looked at this, that this is a no-brainer. So he's at corporate this week checking everything out, which makes me excited. But I would have never met that person if it wasn't for Relo and the agents in his area that want him to come on board.
Well, this model really helps us do that. Is there any other big announcements? I want to make this really quick today. Is there any other big announcements? I know you're still in Puerto Rico, but I feel like you're so efficient in Puerto Rico with having your office there. You really get stuff done while you're there.
For some reason, I get up much earlier here and I knock out things in the morning. Bettina's like, wow, I can call him in the morning. He's up.
I love it.
And I get all but then sometimes I'll take a break and take a couple hours and go do something. And then I'll come back and then I'll work later because of the times.
Yes.
But you
get a lot done. So that's really good. And you have an amazing team. Jackie, Jill, Tanya, I got an email from her today. So everything is like really moving along like clockwork. And what's really interesting, this model is a new model. So it's I know sometimes people might listen to us and be like, oh, like, why is this, we're pushing? It's because this is new. When we first heard about this, we had like maybe a dozen Relo agents. Last we heard earlier, 53. I don't know how many we have now, but we're adding on quite a bit. Actually, I want to know. I need to text Renee.
2 to 3 a week are signing their application.
Yeah, and that's being employees. In fact, I'm going to text Renee.
Yes,
I'm so curious.
There's a lot of them coming on board. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm very excited about that. And I'm very excited about our Friday, how to take the next steps and having that live Zoom, that opportunity for a Q&A, who to talk to, where to go, stuff like that. That's going to be an amazing opportunity for everybody. So thank you.
We're also going to have another one that after your license, that we're going to have another seminar. It's going to be on, I don't have a date. I think it's going to be on Tuesday. That's going to be able to answer those questions of how to sign your disclosures and do all those things that need to be done after the fact. And we're also going to go through we need to start talking about continuing education because there are little continuing educations that you have to do as a loan officer required for compliances that we really need to share and talk about because it's something that was never been mentioned and needs to be mentioned.
And it needs to be mentioned. Thank you for mentioning that. Here's what I discovered. You can play the video 2 times fast. So your little 2-minute video is done in 1 minute. Yay.
I like that. I never knew that. Next time I got to do one, I'm going to do that.
2 times fast. And it's not graded. You just got to get through it. So just the key here is to remember your password when you set it up. That's
Yes.
it. If you can
Write it
remember your
down.
stinking password when you set it
Write
up,
it down. Put it in
secret.
a little book.
Do you know
or
what I started
notes in your
doing? Actually, I
phone.
won't tell you. But because I just took that class and it told me not to tell you. So I'm so
Exactly.
happy.
Right, so just create a secure notes in your phone that you only have the password or your finger can open up, and put all your passwords in there so that you'll remember and make the title Real Funding. That way you know that
Yeah,
all your stuff is
right.
there. Just
You're
knock it
right.
out. You got, or take pictures of the stuff you need from when you get it from corporate. You get an email, and that little email that basically states, this is your sign on, the sign disclosures, this is your sign on for your email. Take a picture. And then
Yes.
that way,
That's a
when
good
I
idea.
call you, go, would you please go sign your disclosure so I can pay you your half a point?
I
You
have
go,
2
oh,
jobs
I
as
have
a
it on
loan
my
officer.
picture.
I
Huh?
have 2 jobs as a loan officer. 1, give the link to the application. 2, sign the disclosure. And I guess 3rd is cash a check.
That's it. And we direct deposit it, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yes.
yay. All right, I'll look for it. Well, hey, let's let everybody go, but it was fun. Thank you for your chat, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, guys,
Talk to you
call
soon.
us. Come to
All
the
right.
meeting on Thursday. Don't forget.
Oh, that's
11
right.
a.m.
Invite.
Talk to you
soon.
Invite somebody. 11 a.m. Central. Be on it or be square. Come on.
Be there.